So when we were in our primary or secondary stage of education level, or the people who were in national curriculum already knows this thing that we used to practice writing emails, not actually typing emails. We used to practice writing emails using pen and paper. So nowadays in our university life, we already have seen that we have to send emails to our professionals like our faculties, university authorities, or any kind of tutors. We have to obviously use Gmail or any kind of electronic mail to write a professional email. But is practicing email through pen and paper the correct way to write a professional email? No. So we have to know how to write a professional email to send it to any kind of professionals. Okay, so for that reason today in this video I'm exactly going to show you how to write an email like a pro, like how to greet someone professionally in the starting of the email, then how to apologize if you are replying late on your email, then how to ask for any kind of suggestions, then how to apologize in the emails, and how to finally close any kind of email, all through in a professional way. So stay tuned, and if you are a new visitor in my channel, then please make sure you have hit the subscribe button, and also please hit the like button if you want, and you can also follow me on my Instagram account. After this part, introduction part, we will just hop on our computer and start practicing how to write email professionally. So I hope this helps. Let's start. So first we will start with we usually write like dear sir or madam, isn't it? So these things we will practice right now. So what you can write instead of just dear, or instead of just writing hello, what we can write, okay, so instead of just writing hello, we can write other things too. So what can be the other things? Like we can write dear sir or madam. Okay, so we can also write, if we are writing to a lots of people, like a lots of recipients, then we can write dear all. Okay, and then we can also mention the name of the individual, like dear Mark. Then we can also mention dear Julie, etc. Then we can also mention if we are writing to people who are really close to us, let's say our student tutors or someone like that, who are our seniors but also like our friends or like close to us. So in that case we can write hi, like let's say hi Noha. Okay, so we can write like this. So this can be the greetings. Okay, so these are kind of the greetings that we can mention in emails. Okay, so this part of the video will contain the opening part of the emails. Okay, so opening part means, let's say I have written dear Miss Montaha, hope you are doing well. So this part are actually the opening part of the email. So instead of writing hope you are doing well, you can write hope you are doing well, but also what other else things you can write. So we can also write that with regard to our last email or last conversation, that thing. We can write this with regard to our last email or last conversation. Okay, then we can also write concerning our last email or last phone call, etc. We can also write this. Then we can also write, let's say the recipient has sent you an email yesterday and you have to reply that thing. Now we can write as an opening that in response to your last email. Okay, this thing we can write. And okay, so these are the things we can write as an opening to our email. Okay, so all right, so hope you are doing well is really a usual one. So instead you can write these three lines. Okay, not these three lines, one of the three lines. Okay, so this is how you can start your email. Okay, so now we will see how you can give suggestions to your in your email. Okay, so suggestions can be like, let's say someone has wanted any kind of suggestion in their last email. So what we can write is, hello Montaha. So in response to your last email, I want to suggest that. Okay, so this thing we can write. So instead of just writing I want to suggest that, what we can write? We can write also I would like to offer you. So here the word offer stands for like suggesting something. Okay, so this thing we can write, I would like to offer you. Then we can also write we, or let's say I must suggest you that, this thing. Okay, then we can also write we would like to send you a quote or a sample. This thing we can write actually, we would like to send you a code or a sample so that that recipient or that individual will prefer that or not to just say. Okay, so we'd like to send you a code, that means we would like to suggest something. Okay, so these things we can write if we want to suggest anything. Okay, so I hope you are understanding everything. Then also we can write other things like we would like to, or I would like to interest you in our new menu. So this thing is also a part of suggesting. Okay, so I would like to interest. Okay, then we would like to send you a code, this is also a part of suggestion. Then I must suggest you that, then I would like to offer you, etc. So these are part of giving suggestion to through an email. Now you would like to ask for any information, okay, it's just a part of the heading that I am using now. So if you want to ask for any information, instead of writing I wanted to know from you that this is quite normal. Okay, so instead of writing I wanted to know from you that, we can also write asking for information. Okay, so we can write please help me understand this thing. So it's kind of a humble asking from that individual that please help me understand. Okay, so this kind of this tone is kind of aggressive, I want to know from you that. So instead you can write please help me understand this thing. This is quite humble way to ask for any information. Then we can also add like question mark at the end, like can I ask you about that thing? Okay, so this is also quite humble, can I ask you to ask something in a humble way. Okay, all right, so then we can write in a question form also, that is could you let me know what is the recent news about something. Okay, so this is also a quite humble way to start for asking any information, ask about any information. So these are the three things or three lines, you can use any one from them, and this is for asking any kind of information in the mail. So you have to just write please help me understand this thing, or can I ask you for that. So this part will contain like how to apologize in the email. Okay, so usually what we write is sorry for late reply. All right, so this is the most likely thing we write in our emails if we want to apologize. Now what we can write instead of all this, so like instead of the sorry for the late reply, we can also write sorry, it took me a long time to get back to you, I hope you understand. We can write this in a humbly way. All right, then we can also write I apologize for the late response. Okay, then we can also write like sorry, it's been a long time since my last reply, etc. Then what else we can write is like please accept my apologies. Okay, we can also write this, or please accept my apologies, or we can also write please accept my apologies or for any inconvenience that I have caused. Okay, that I have caused. Okay, so instead of writing only sorry for the late reply, we can write these 4 sentences. I mean, one of the 4 sentences. So this is really an amazing way to write emails in a professional way. Like sorry, it took me a long time. Oh my god, it took me a long time to get back to you. I hope you understand. Then I apologize for the late response. Okay, sorry, it has been a long time since my last reply. Then please accept my apologies. Okay, so these are the proper way to ask for any kind of like apology in the email. Okay, so then another important part of writing any email is about let's say you are disagreeing with the recipient. Okay, now how you can disagree? We can't just write sorry, I can't agree with you. Right, this is not a proper way. This sounds really aggressive. Okay, really kind of rude. So this sounds rude. So what can we write instead of this sentence if we can't agree with the recipient? Okay, so what else can we write? So we can write I am afraid we cannot agree on this topic. So I am afraid. You have heard this sentence, I think, in any kind of Hollywood movies. I'm afraid I cannot agree. So this is a proper way to reply in a negative vibe. So this doesn't sound rude, but on the other hand, simultaneously it will make the recipient feel that you are really humble while you are disagreeing with the recipient. You are not becoming rude. Okay, so next line we can write is what the email sender sends you when you are not getting that place. Let's say you have applied for any position and for any job application and you haven't got the job. Then what does the sender writes is that we are sorry to inform you that. Okay, so instead of we can also write I'm sorry to inform you that. Okay, so this is also proper and humble way to disagree with the other person on the other side of the email. Okay, then we can also write yes, this time we can write, I think it's starting with I am afraid, then starting with we or I inform you that. Then we can also write we are feeling sad to inform you that. Okay, so these are the sentences we can write instead of writing anything rude while disagreeing with the recipient. So I think this is helpful. Now let's say you couldn't understand any topic on the email. Now how you can write it to your recipient? Let's say, hello madam, instead of writing I couldn't understand what you are talking about, this sounds really rude, this isn't going to happen, or please don't write this to any kind of professional people, this sounds really rude. Okay, so what instead of this sentence, what we can write is I didn't fully understand the topic. Okay, this is just the simplest way that you haven't understand the topic. So then we can write is, could you please explain that again? This sentence is alternative to the thought that you haven't understand the topic. So for that reason you are asking to make that clear again. This is quite a proper and a humble way so that the recipient could understand that you haven't actually understood the topic. Okay, so could you please explain that again? You are not directly typing that, no, I couldn't get that. You can say that to any professional. You can say that to your friend, but you cannot say this thing to any kind of professional. Okay, so you can just say, could you please explain that again? Then you can also write sorry, could you be more specific on this? Okay, this is also alternative to this sentence. Okay, alternative to this sentence. So I think these are quite good if you haven't understood anything on the email. Then also you can write, I didn't quite get your point. Okay, this is also quite good. So these are the lines which you can write instead of this sentence. Okay, then the last part, which is how to close any email. You have to actually know how to close any email. How to close any email. Let's say you just can't write thank you very much. Okay, you can write this, but there are some other proper ways to close any email. Okay, to say bye bye. Okay, so you can first of all write is I appreciate I would appreciate a reply from you. So we can write I appreciate a reply from you. Okay, I appreciate anything from you, any kind of feedback, any kind of suggestion, etc. Then we can also write like what we write is with regards, or yours truly. Okay, yours truly, your name, let's say X. Then you can also write best regards, let's say your name. Okay, then you can also write thanks in advance because of saying this email and replying to this email. Then also we can write looking forward to hearing from you. Okay, this is written here. Okay, so looking forward to hearing from you is quite the most best way to end any email. And if you're closing an email to your friend, you can also write cheers. Okay, so now we will write a complete proper email. Till now we have seen how to kind of greet anyone in the email, how to open any email, how to give suggestions, how to apologize, etc. But now we will just make a topic and write a proper email on that. Okay, so let's start. So first of all, we will start with any kind of name. Let's say dear Noha. Okay, that's my sister's name actually. So dear Noha. So let's say we have actually talked about any kind of presentation the previous day on a phone call. So I will just write, hope you are doing well, hope you had a great weekend. Okay, good weekend. Then we can write with regard to our last phone call about our class presentation, I want to inform you that I have already finished writing my part of the presentation and also have read your part that you have shared. Okay, so this is quite a proper line that is mixed of various kinds of sentences. Okay, compound, complex, etc. I think Grammarly will catch any kind of mistakes that I have made over here. We will decide about that later. Okay, so then this is kind of the end of the opening part of any email. Now let's say Noha. Okay, so Grammarly has already caught the mistakes of mine. I wish I had this system in any kind of my English exam. Alright, so let's say Noha has already made a mistake on her presentation and now I would like to suggest her about something. Okay, so now I will just say that after going through your part of the presentation, I want to
or let's say I would like to offer you a reference book from which you can take help for writing, let's say that specific topic, okay, or the specific topic, as I have named any topic. Okay, so this part actually introduces that you are giving suggestion to know how. Okay, so I would like to offer you, so that's a part of suggestion. All right, then also let's say you are asking for any kind of information from her, so you can also write could you please help me with any kind of research paper for writing my presentation? That would be really helpful. Okay, so this part actually starting with could you please help, so this part actually mentions for asking for any kind of thing, okay, any kind of information. Okay, so let's say you just don't want to disagree, you just want to apologize for your late reply. Okay, so let's say sorry, I was out of town for some days, I couldn't get any network and couldn't reply to your mail. Okay, then I can say like apologize for the late response. Okay, then let's say it's the end of the email. Now you want to close that email, so we can write as she's my friend. Let's say in this email I can just write whoa. Okay, let's choose this. Regarding our last phone call, this also informs the same thing. Okay, or we can just go with the last one. Anyways, now we just want to end this email, then we can just write best regards, my name. Okay, or we can also write cheers, okay, as we are friend. Okay, so now we will just click send. So this was the whole email which covers our topic today.
Alright guys, thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you have found this video really informative, and if so, then you can also check out other videos of my channel, this one and also this playlist over here. And please make sure you have hit the subscribe button and also like this video. Thank you very much. Bye bye.